Hey Paul, how are you?
I'm very, very well.
Good.
Yeah.
So we're not having lunch in your pub then?
No, I'm taking you somewhere else.
Very good. Okay.
Or you're taking me somewhere else.
I'm taking you somewhere else. Yeah. Rather than go just directly from your pub to the restaurant, I thought we'd see a little bit of the Cornish seaside. Obviously the reason that I've picked you up is because we're doing a little road test. This car that we're in today is the BMW X4M Competition.
Yeah.
And we're testing it because it's one of the contenders for the 2020 GQ Car Awards in association with Michelin. And as you know, because you've got one of their stars outside your restaurant.
Yes.
Michelin and cars and restaurants, they go hand in hand, don't they?
They really do. Two brothers, Andre and Edouard Michelin, French entrepreneurs, started a tyre company, and then 11 years later, they wanted to kind of develop something that would recommend hotels and restaurants for people to travel to.
Right.
And of course, if people were travelling a lot further, then it was a brilliant marketing idea to sell more tyres.
Really clever.
It is, isn't it?
We're lucky because we're on Michelin's Pilot Sport tyres, so that's helping us out on these country roads. The great thing about the Michelin tyres is that in terms of handling and in terms of road holding, they're ticking all the boxes. And the fact that BMW and the M division use those Michelin tyres goes an awful long way to showing you how good they are. It's a compact SUV, but it's obviously got all the bells and whistles on. So it's 510 brake horsepower. It'll go from 0 to 60 in just over 4 seconds. It's got a top speed of 177 miles an hour. This thing flies. I mean, it's a serious bit of kit, but not everyone likes it. Not everyone likes an SUV because they're high, because of the driving position, because they're kind of not really either a coupe and they're not really a proper SUV. They're a mix of the two, but I like it.
I do.
And Michelin tests the tyres in Formula E. Obviously BMW have their own high standards that they insist on, so it's a marriage made in heaven, I think. And driving along these coastal country roads, it works. How long have you had your Michelin star for?
So we entered the guide in 2013. Yeah, that was a very, very special day in my life.
And you found out really early in the morning, is that right?
I did, really early, 7 o'clock in the morning. The guy that answered the phone was so in control. It was almost magical. I know that sounds a bit strange, but he was good morning, Michelin, and I was like, and I'm like, oh, hello, and I'm stuttering. My name's Paul Ainsworth, and I've got a restaurant in Padstow called Number 6, and it says online that we've won a Michelin star. And it was a little pause and real calm, and he was like, does it, young man? and I was like, yes,
it does.
It does.
It really does.
Yeah. And he said, okay. He said, well, if it's there in black and white, Paul, he said, I'd take that as good as you've won it. And that moment, like, Emma just broke down in floods of tears.
Amazing.
I welled up, and we got to evening service, and things had just calmed a little bit, and I just went into evening service thinking, right, I just want to like just be able to enjoy the moment of sending the dishes from the past and cooking with the boys, knowing that it was now a Michelin star restaurant. It had just changed.
Between you and me, Paul, I actually grew up in Cornwall. So,
Really?
But when I was growing up, my mum didn't cook quite to the same standard that hopefully you're going to provide at lunchtime. And we'll get a table for lunch, will we?
It's touch and go. Yeah. It's touch and go.
Pull a few strings.
I'll try my hardest. But
Okay.
Welcome to number 6.
Amazing.
Hello, girls.
Nice day.
Very nice day.
To start, we have a lovely crispy oyster, really local, just from next to Rock. I come fresh every morning. And we have our version of the cheese scones made with a 5-year-old Davis of cheddar.
That's good. Really good.
Reason I love doing the fillet is because people have got this, oh yeah, fillet's tender, but it's tasteless. Because it hasn't got the fat.
Yeah.
But we've aged it in fat, and you've got such a nice marbling in the middle of the beef as well. That was the idea of the bone marrow tart. So you've got... Is that good?
That's amazing. That is so
And
good.
that's the reaction we want. That's, yeah.
That is so good. That is ridiculously good.
Yeah, go for
I'm going to go in. Say, put the spoon
Yeah,
right
to
in
the
down
bottom.
to the bottom.
And then come up.
It really cuts through, doesn't it?
Have a smell of that.
Wow. And this is the end of the fairground,
This
right?
is the end. This is the hot donut at the end of the day. Going home.
Perfect. If Michelin are giving you awards for this, then they're obviously doing something right. So
Thank you very much. Honestly, it's been an absolute pleasure.